Okay, today I am putting the screens, the correct pattern, of course, underneath on a Daytona fender. To get these, you can contact Grant Janik at Janik Reproductions. And what I've done is I've taken the prep all, sprayed it all, cleaned my fender, top, bottom, and these are Janik's fiberglass fenders. And I've got panel bonder. You can, any of the panel bonders places you can get. I got these at Fender, what, at Moultrie or
I think so, yeah.
or Daytona.
Our paint vendor guy at Moultrie.
But I'm just centering the same space front to back, and then I'm taking a marker and I can push in the center because I've already cleaned these really good, and give me an idea once I take this out, because I want to put like a puddle in here to put the panel bond. I did the other side too.
And squish that into it.
And all this does is mix these two. Here you can see it going down the tube. Should be able to. And then it comes out. And this is what I used to panel bond the rear plug.
Plug in the charger plug for Daytona rear window plug.
Yep. And I mean, it's what they're doing on new cars.
Oh,
so
that's some stinky stuff. Whew.
Oh man, you're not kidding. Okay, now it's looking darker.
There's a reaction happening with those chemicals.
Yeah, there's the darker stuff.
Oh, maybe the front.
Yeah, maybe that didn't get mixed at first.
It's looking good now.
Oh yeah, there goes some dark stuff.
Looking good, smelling bad.
Oh, it does. It stinks like crazy resin, I'll tell you.
I think they're pretty well mixed.
Yep.
That should do the trick. Be sure to slop that everywhere, all inside your fender, everywhere. Yeah.
And then get your alignment.
And then get a rubber glove and then squish that all over the top of that too.
Yeah, I thought I'd.
You want to put some weight on it?
Probably will. I'm gonna put some on top too.
Okay, there you go.
And then squish some more. I mean, I don't know any other way to really do it on the metal fenders.
Ain't not left to it but to do it.
Well, that's coming out black, so it must be mixing well now. When I get this all done, like I say, I'm gonna get a rubber glove and do it to it.
Squishy do.
Yeah.
Then put some weight on it, let it cure.
Yeah. So that's my idea.
Okay, cool. All right. You saw it here first.
First.
Done? Okay.
I don't know. There might be other panel bonds.
Yeah.
Okay, don't let your tube fall out.
You're gonna do this one too?
Yeah, I'll do it. You don't have, I don't have to film this one, but
We'll come back and we'll show you after it's been pressed and dried and all that good stuff.
okay.
Cool.
Bye-bye. Hey, welcome to Clark's Place. I've been doing some blocking, which hopefully you just saw that. It's a little boring to watch, but put it on time lapse so it went quick. Anyway, getting ready to do final, not sealing, but final, dang, I can't even think of it. Primer on, blocking. Any spots that were bad I fixed. We went around and put all these little blue tapes are everywhere. Here's the pile. They were all over the car. I think there was about 121 of them. And went around and fixed all those. Most of them, you just take a flashlight, and of course they try to after you prime it. And the light reflection, you can see if there's just a little scratch or a couple little pinholes. Well, I went and addressed those first. And I didn't film any of that, but that was done. And then I thought I might start blocking. To me, the blocking is crucial, And to have a nice big, this is a little bit flexible. You can pull these rods out, all 3 of them, and make it really flexible. But I'm not doing a lot of curves. A little bit right in here, of course, on the Daytona Tribute here. But anyway, all the big flat areas, just block. And then of course we'll blow it all off. We'll wipe it all down with prep off, so there's no, you know, finger oil. And then you can really see if there's any other areas. I don't think there's going to be any little chips or anything like that, but just any imperfections. I did that to the fenders as well. They've all been sanded and they really look nice. Of course, these were the Janik, the first ones they produced for the Daytona. They've already have the cutoff from the 70 fenders, and they're set up ready to bolt the lower valance on that. You can also use it for a 70. There's an indentation here for the lights if you want to use them as 70 fenders. I think they just add the piece, but there's a little imperfection. I don't know, it's probably something I did, but that's why that's a little lighter. I'm going to prime these again, as well. I'll probably prime the whole car again, and then another final blocking. I gotta completely sand and block. Well, not really maybe block so much, but really sand it by hand, all on the inside, because I want to paint all this orange, and up on the top of the wheels. New light panel, of course, new quarters. Everything on the car was new. See, I have not done this door yet. That shows up. This is still a little rough from just the bare primer. And then I'm going to open the doors. Right now, the doors are they're strapped together, so they won't open. Believe me, you got a rotisserie, and you go to tilt it, and the door swings open and smacks the concrete. You're fixing the corner of the door. But I have painted the jambs here once, but I've done so much work, there's been so much going on in our garage here, that I took all the tape off, and I'm just gonna scuff them all up real good, seal it, and you know, paint them again, because they've got so much overspray. I want to do all of it at once. And same with the inside here and the inner fender. But I still got more sanding to do. All of it's got to be detailed, because the big block can't get to every area, so I'll do all that by hand, and then it'll be ready. Yeah, I haven't even done this sail panel on the top of this. In fact, that's real rough right in there. But the blocking will knock all that down, and the wider and sanding block that you have, then the better chance of having everything nice and level. I know people will paint a car and say, you know, everything was fine and smooth, and when you get it all painted, you look down and you see there's like a couple ripples in it, and it's like, why? It felt smooth. Well, if you sand, block, or prime, block enough times, when you do sand, you'll see that it all comes off evenly, and you don't have any little indentations where it's not sanding. When you use a smaller block, if I tried to do everything with this, it misses those to keep it all level. Anyway, that's the type of things I've found. There's a little indentation right here, and you can even see it. But if I try to take it off here, then what happens? Yeah, you can see it's trying to come off. Then you got possibly a low spot. So a couple more, maybe even some heavy primer there, and then that'll sand all level. And that's another thing you can do too with your high build primer, you can put it on heavy where you know there's an area that you're not happy with. So there's an area right there. I can almost feel that it didn't get all sanded off. So, but I haven't really, you know, this is with the big long boy, whatever they're called, and this one didn't sand here either. So that must be a low spot. So that's where I'll hit it heavy with primer again and sand. So the hood is a Janik hood as well. So the two fenders and the hood have been in really easy work to do because they were practically perfect when I got them. I think I had them primed for a long time and just moving them around in the shop. We got insulation or drywall put on the ceiling because the insulation was starting to come down. So we moved them and so they got dinged up a little bit by having them in the garage too long. But all that's fixed, so back on track again. Yeah, there's one place I had to fix. But we're moving along. I do have the rest of the stuff out over here. I have the uprights for the wing. They're ready to go. They had some places on them just from moving them around and having them on the shelf. I got to block this top. I'm going to put another coat on it for the trunk deck. And then we've got all kinds of little, I thought I'm going to go ahead and get all the parts out. The scoops, the Z panels. And then you got your wing washers, they call them. Of course, this is all Janik fiberglass. So the rear quarter extensions and the block off plates, they have sealer on them. So anyway, they may get primed again and they may not. So that should do it. A little update on what I've been doing. What are we doing today?
Yeah, hopefully maybe second to last prime. Did you want to weld up the inner thing first?
No, because you're not going to prime there anyway right now.
Oh, I'm not?
No.
Oh, okay.
So this is the second big coating of primer we went through a few days ago. Primed it, went over with the flashlight trick, ended up finding a little over 100 spots to fix, which I spent the time and fixed all the little spots, and we'll do the flashlight trick again and we'll see how many of them are still there or if we find new ones. I'm going to be happy if there's 30 or under little spots to do something about. course, these are the Janik fenders that are fiberglass. Very, very little work ever had to be done to them. They really turned out nice. Had to drill out for the scoop and cut the circle out. But as far as flaws, didn't really see any. Maybe a couple.
This corner has a little.
Yeah, that's probably something we did in storing them and moving them and everything else.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's from Janik, I'm saying it's from us storing them for a year.
That's the problem when you get a product finished, like ready for paint, or, you know, your final paint. They're open to getting, you know, bumped. Just any type of damage causes you to have to go back and fix it. Very nice.
I'm about out, so I'll try to run it out. Still got a dinker there.
I see it.
Probably from welding.
Probably. It was hard to try to get in here around the rotisserie to work. And you can't hardly get in there with a block, sanding block, to do much. You have to do everything by hand.
Yep. Might be done after this rocker.
Yeah, it's probably going to still need a little bit of work. Hopefully not too much.
That'll be it.
That'll be it.
Where are you going?
I'm going to get my big blocker here.
Your big blocker? Oh, big boy blocker.
Yeah, this is the one that has the rods in it.
How come your car has polka dots?
It's got the measles.
We got a measles charger. So what we're doing, just another update. I don't know where this video will end up, but this was when we shined our flashlight. Did we do any recording with the flashlight?
Yeah, I think so. And what we shined the light.
And yeah, see the scratches right there? That's
I don't know if it'll show up.
Let's do another one.
But this will show low areas.
I don't see what that one is. Oh, this one will definitely show up. It's just a little bit of a disc formation in there. It's a low spot right there, and this doesn't transition very well. So
I mean, I know many people would say you're being too daggone nitpicky.
But I think this is actually a little low. Like that didn't transition like perfectly.
I know, even myself included. It's like this thing's ready to paint.
Yeah, very close. But then we'll look at the rocker. This is where we got a lot of work to do. See the shade in that.
Yeah. So look at that big scratch down in there.
That's not good. And you got pinholes and stuff in places.
Yeah, there's not even marked.
Oh, there's pinholes and stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, and all that shows up. I knew the rocker. Look at the scratch right there.
Yep, scratch. We didn't even mark that one.
No, we didn't mark it.
Maybe that's all part of this.
Oh no, look, there's pinholes.
Oh, there are pinholes there too. Good Lord.
And
So-
you know, most all that will sand out.
Yeah, but this is where the quarter was put in, so there's filler in there, and then that's probably a scratch in the filler. So
The worst are where you really see it's like dented. Now these are new doors, so they were really good. A lot of this is just in the priming. But anyway,
so
the
there's your
hood's
update.
new. It's a Janik fiberglass hood, so there was very little to do on it.
Yeah, I can still see that you need to work this better. I saw some variation.
I don't see
that
anything.
may have been dust. I saw.
I
shadow.
sanded all that,
Okay.
so
So we're doing all the parts with all the dots. So I'm about done with this.
hopefully you
This
can't
was
tell,
this
but
was a low spot here, and you can see I sanded on both edges. All of the fiberglass with the Janik stuff though looks like the edge is a little taller, and when I blocked, you can see I've got a valley of primer in here, and then this is now smooth. So a little bit of work to get that edge
Yeah, it's
to where
just
that's
sanding.
straight
It's
across, and that edge got filed down a little bit.
I mean, you know, your
I
molds
can
are-
actually see it right here too. Just a little bit this edge is a little bit higher. You see how bright that is right there?
Yep.
So I need to block that too.
I mean, we're being nitpicky because we're trying to do something as good as Kindig.
What?
I don't
Can't do
know
as
that
good
we
as him.
don't know that we could ever be that good, but we certainly want to strive for that. But anyway, we want it to be like show quality.
Yep. And you gotta have a mosaic of colors
Yeah.
before you get it really, really flat.
Yeah, and you can see all the different layers you've gone down through. Here you're actually down into the fiberglass.
Well, that was the block off. I think your light was here, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was another thing too, is it had a recessed area that I had to try to fill.
Well, it all blocked out.
Because it worked for a 70 Fender as well, besides the Daytona.
Yep. Getting there. So that's where the Daytona is. This might be pre-paint video.
Yeah, it
Just
can be
showing
right
some
before
body
we
work
paint.
before we do it.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Oh, wait a minute. You show them that we use this?
Oh, just guide coat, yeah.
Yeah, this is just a guide coat.
That
And
works
and
good.
it's dry, and you just use the powder on there, and it puts the black powder on it, so you can really tell where you're going.
When it sands off, you're done.
You're done.
Cool.
Okay, today, just catching up here on videos. Got the hood, it's just about done. It's my catch-all right now, but it'll all be final sand. I don't think we've got any more little imperfections in it. Been finding little imperfections here on the door. There was chipped out. I'm not sure if something got caught inside the door jamb, but like I say, this was painted before, but I'm going to scuff it up and then clear or seal it, because it took so many coats to even get it to be orange, to where, I mean, I went through a gallon just on the bottom and the doors and the back of fenders. So should use a lot less paint, even though I've used a bunch already. You can see that was chipped up there. Got to do some more sanding on that. But this is just some overspray. All this will get scuffed. All of this will get scuffed. We've blocked and blocked and blocked, and we used some guide coat on it, which, well, floor kind of tells you we have been working on sanding these. As you can see, the fenders have been blocked out to where we're down to other coats of primer and maybe even a little bit of gel coat. Here we're down into a little bit of the, I guess, the fiberglass substrate, whatever you want to call it. This one was the same way. You can see it's off here because it seemed like it kind of dipped up, probably from their mold, which that's fine. It sanded right off. Back here, there's been a lot of little places. Here it dipped in. I mean, this was a replacement panel, but not until you get to sanding and get your flashlight out to where you look across things. And I don't know if this shows up, but like there you can see a little little bit of a scratch. We haven't done this back part yet, but we went over the whole car like this and looking for imperfections. They really show up, especially when it's dark. And then we put tape on it. Little piece of masking tape, which these are all over the place. As we fix them, take them off. But there's a spot up here, the low spot, So, of course, here's another low spot. And then this must have been a little bit of high spot. So just going over the whole car, I've got this on the block, or not blocks, but I put a wood piece here and on the opposite corner in the back. I've got for all four of them, so you can actually get in the car, but this way you can't roll it, because doors go flying open, they hit the concrete. So where this was not welded, you see a little black there, we just happened to notice it when we were on the rotisserie here. All the metal that had been put on this car, well, that part got missed. So here's where we kind of burned through a little bit with the weld, had to grind it off, and I just put a second coat on here, then block it down. This side was all real nice. Firewalls are nice. Of course, all this has to be scuffed again to do sealer. This is the piece that's welded on from the Janet kit. And I've been trying to keep, let's see, my finger wet here. I can't, you can see some of the numbers, but the numbers are there. They match the data plate, I guess, that's on the dash. And of course, the ones that are on the trunk deck drain, those have all been replaced, so they're not on there anymore. But doors all look good. One of these was an original door, one of them was a brand new door. But it's so hard when you're still working on the car, when you've got like the jambs painted. We had all this taped, and yeah, this is probably still real nice, been clear coated, but to have to paint all this again, and so we're just going to scuff it all, seal it so the orange matches the orange, because with the sealer under everything, you get the same orange color. There's no translucent, because you painted over a something like well, I don't see any, but a splotch of, like if we were to paint over that splotch of black, that would take like 5, 6, 7 coats to get it to not show through, because this orange is, I don't know, it's kind of a light, not translucent, but it's just light. Anyway, so that's where we are on this. All kinds of supplies. Here's the dry guide coat that we use, and it's just like putting on makeup powder, and you just hit the whole car, and then you block, and whatever stays must be low, and everything else comes off. So we've done that. I think the top's all great, and can't wait to get, we're going to probably put another 1 or 2 rounds of primer on this, and then we'll block it and use the flashlight again. We've done that on these parts, the uprights for the wing, trunk deck. I think the trunk deck is about done. This is the latch tray area. This should be black. And then we got all these parts. Of course, this was brand new. This already has sealer on it. These already have the white sealer, so they're in good shape. And then the Z panels, they're all fine too. And I think that's like about all the parts that we need. There is the actual wing, which I don't see it. I know it's here somewhere. This is the part of the spoiler. I know this is part of the latch tray. I thought the spoiler was out here too, but I'm sure it's around. Oh yeah, there's the nose. There's the spoiler, and that still needs to be sealed. These are the washers. I'm not sure where the nose is pretty much done. And there's the lower valance. There it is. There's the actual top of the wing. So it's in good shape. Anyway, that should do it for this iteration. Hopefully the next one will follow after, maybe getting ready to seal it. So with that, thanks for watching Clark's Place. Bye-bye.